We got some more VTuber news. Let's check it out.
Was he joking? That is the question being asked today of Nijisanji English's Hex Haywire. This regarding comments he made on stream alongside Nijisanji English's Vanta Crowbringer. As in today's episode, we'll also be looking at Nijisanji English's Rosemi Lovelock and why her 3D debut had disappeared. That as further, many are scrutinizing artwork from the upcoming Virtual Rhapsody event. Nijisanji English's Vox Akama has made his return to streaming, and Hololive English's Takanashi Kiara has met up with numerous Nijisanji English talents. But first, a word from today's sponsor. We have a major update for the world-class MMORPG Dragon Raja. The 4th anniversary celebrations keep on giving. Get ready for the highly anticipated arrival of the 15th class Elementalist. After 4 years.
Do you guys still play this game? If you do, is it worth it? Is it worth jumping into? Like, I know he got an advertisement, so obviously they're putting some type of money behind the game. They think it'll succeed if they're going to go ahead and put it on here. So what do you guys think? Have you played Dragon Raja, and is it worth my time?
Years of consistent updates, this brand new and innovative Elemental Mage is finally here. Elementalist is a ranged output class with a total of 5 skills. The first 4 are normal, while the 5th is the ultimate skill.
Well,
in addition, enjoy
well, what do the skills do? How are you going to advertise to me a new class and you don't tell me what the skills do? Is she a healer? Is she DPS? Is she debuff? What is she?
Fantastic login bonuses every day for an entire month. What truly has players excited is the limited time Motor Late Night tracking, exclusively available for free during the 4th anniversary celebrations. With its charming design, riding this motor will make you feel like you're...
Mounts? I don't want mounts. You got a new class. Tell me about the class. Next time you guys advertise, I'm not talking to Foss because he's just reading the script. I'm talking to Dragon Raja. Next time you guys advertise new stuff, make sure you advertise something for people that have never been into your game, because you're advertising a mount right now, and unless I was interested in sushi cats or specifically sushi cats, I literally have no interest in this game because you haven't told me anything so far.
You're cruising on a giant cute sushi. And yes, it looks as delicious as it sounds. Plus, the sports meet has officially begun, and...
Bro, did he just do a 360 crossover into a...
The exquisite outfits are back for a limited time. These fashion items are some of the most stunning and eye-catching available in Dragon Raja, and players have been eagerly awaiting their return. And take a trip down memory lane and enjoy a plethora of mini-games, including rock, paper, scissors tournaments and carrots.
No, I don't care about that. Show me about the motorcycle race.
Plotting contests. By joining in on an official community with your friends, you'll have the chance to earn even more rewards
with helicopters
and bonuses. It's the perfect time to rally your friends and take part in the festivities together, and as an added incentive, the dev team will award extra prizes once the posts reach a certain number of likes on the Dragon Raja's official.
So how many likes? What do you mean specific? Like, just tell me the number. I don't like that ad. That was an L ad, but good job reading it, False. I hope it was good payout.
Oh, and now we have breaking news tonight from Idol, a VTuber production company, now announcing the graduation of one of their VTubers, Pochi Wanmaru, sending out this important notice with respect and consideration for her wishes. Pochi Wanmaru from Idol EN First Generation will be graduating from Idol effective March 23 Indy. We assume they meant 23rd, 2024. This decision comes directly from Pochi, and we support her in taking the next steps on her journey. Pochi will not be performing a graduation stream at her request. Additionally, we want to inform you about refunds for the second Donathon event. Following discussions and considering Pochi's mental health concerns, she is unable to fulfill the goals associated with this event. Therefore, we've decided to issue refunds to all fans who request one by April 10th, 2024. For those who do not request a refund by this deadline, the contributions will go to Pochi as initially intended. We will be providing information on how to request a refund through our Discord server. We recognize that recent misunderstandings and allegations concerning payments have arisen. We want to clarify that there have been no changes to our policies, and we have consistently paid all talents promptly, including earnings from donathons. We addressed these misunderstandings directly with Pochi and reached a mutual agreement. We apologize for any confusion this situation may have caused. We acknowledge the specific concerns regarding donathon payment and can confirm that after a thorough review with Pochi, any misunderstandings have been fully resolved. Pochi has been a valued member of our Idol English branch since its foundation. We recognize her contributions and wish her success in her future endeavors. Thank you for your continued support and understanding. Signed, the Idol team. Those concerns about not receiving her donathon funds initially brought up on Pochi's outside of Idol VTuber account, where she goes by the Wolf Girl title of Fenriru. Now issuing out this update, stating my agency and I recently held productive discussions, and we were able to reach a mutually agreeable resolution regarding both the donathon event and my graduation.
Good.
It's clear now that there were misunderstandings, and we want to learn and grow from this experience.
Of course, literally what I said yesterday, man. You guys need to have more communication with each other. Nobody just wakes up and says, I wants to be the bad guy. Some people revel in it, but yeah, you guys just gotta talk it out, man. It's okay.
Recognize that my previous post may have been rushed, and we failed to communicate our sides to each other effectively.
Yes.
The previous document.
Literally, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. You were in a rush. Everybody, slow down. It'll be all good. It'll be okay.
I posted does not reflect our agreement, and we have since clarified and solved our issues. Please refrain from using those statements against them. Let us not perpetuate harm and instead move on from this. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've been given and the fans that have been with me along the way. I cherish the moments we've created together during my time there, and I want to sincerely apologize for any confusion or concern the situation.
It sounded like they had a good long conversation on the back end. Which they should. I feel like this should have never been brought to the public. At least yesterday's part, but it's okay. People make mistakes. Like she said, she rushed her post. All right, sounds like an open shut case, everybody. But y'all got to be careful with that credit card. That wasn't a joke.
May have caused. Donathon earnings that are not refunded will be offered to me to help with my recent move and my future journey. Let's aim to push ahead with a
and let's hope that they actually honor that agreement. They need to honor that agreement. Hopefully you got it in writing too, because if that was just a verbal agreement, literally all they did was just kick the can down the road, which is something a lot of companies do. They just kick the can down the road.
Positive mindset from here. I'm glad Idol worked with me to resolve this matter. I extend my best wishes and hope for their success in the future. Signed, Fen. As now today, we return to Nijisanji English's Hex Haywire, playing Stardew Valley alongside Nijisanji English's Vanta Crowbringer, who would bring up the topic of
ass bringer. Bring that ass here, boy.
Old friends.
So my question is this. You ever gotten a message or like a call from like somebody that you knew like years ago?
Yes.
And like you just you don't really talk to him anymore.
Yes.
Maybe even possibly thought the bridge was burned, but then they message you and like checking on you to see if you're okay.
Of course.
Like is it bad to ignore them?
How long ago was it? I don't think it's bad to ignore them, but I think it's good if you collect your thoughts and properly respond. So you don't have to respond immediately. But that's just my opinion on it, right? I've recently reached out to a lot of people, right? Check out my Instagram. I don't know if it's linked below. But, on my Instagram, I literally reach out to just random people, strangers, and old friends alike, and spread positivity personally, right? Some people, once they stop talking to someone, they assume that the friendship is over or the friendship was meaningless, right? Because even Vanta said himself, he thought the bridge was burnt, right? I feel like even if you burn a bridge, can always repair a brand new bridge, right? So when we have conversations between people, me versus you, we have really no connection besides me saying, hey, I hope you're doing okay. And you're across this big chasm and you say, hey, back. And I'm like, hey, I want to be your friend. Okay. We both have to build the bridge because I can only build a bridge so far. It's up to you to build the rest of the bridge, right? And that's how people, conversate. You start with the conversation. Hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Right? And the bridge upgrades throughout time / throughout life, the more you get to know somebody. And sometimes you think the bridge is going to be the greatest bridge ever, but there's going to be holes in the bridge, and there's going to be holes in every bridge. because there is no perfect human, right? So I'm friends with you. I have skeletons in my closet. You're friends with me. You have skeletons in your closet. And as we learn about each other's skeletons, people tend to either say, hey, I don't like that skeleton. And now I'm looking at you a completely different way. And maybe I even want to, separate ties. And that's perfectly normal. That's something to be expected in the world we live in, right? I personally think, even with the skeletons in everyone's closet, you can, one, you got to forgive yourself. Before I can forgive you, you got to forgive yourself, right? So all my skeletons, I forgive myself for those skeletons, right? And even if it's hard for me to forgive a lot of the skeletons that I've done, because I'm never, this is literally, I'm telling you this now, this is like the first time in my life, like the past 2 years, where I've actually been a nicer person, right? I haven't said this in a long time. I was in the military, right? And they indoctrinate you and they brainwash you into thinking certain things, right? Because that's the job. Um, that being said, I was still not a nice person before I joined. Before I joined, I was still the shut in. I was bullied, and so of course, when you're young and you're bullied, you want to try and become a man. How do you become a man? You think, oh, I'll join the military, and they'll teach me how to be a man. They'll teach you parts of it, and if anything, you learn the rough side of being a man. But they don't teach you the gentle side of being a man. Whether it's like they teach you some of it, like brotherhood and stuff like that, and friends. But when it comes to becoming a true man, right? And a true man is up to your interpretation. My interpretation of a true man is what I am now. I am okay with myself. I feel comfortable with myself. I am happy in the position I'm in. Boom. Point blank, period. For others, they need more validation. They need to feel taller. They need to get more muscle. Or if you're a woman, you feel like you need to lose weight. Or you feel like you got to learn how to um, dance or something, right? Use your feminine charm. Regardless, we all have our own issues, and in time, we figure them out. It took me 5 years to figure out my issues. Right? 5 years. That doesn't sound like a long time, but it felt like a long time. Because every negative thought I had about myself and every negative past, you know how some people, they say they wake up or they're laying down in bed and then they just remember something super embarrassing or they remember something bad and they're like, oh, why did I remember that? That's your mind telling you, hey, we have some unresolved issue or some unresolved conflict that we got to figure out. And when you do eventually figure it out, you feel a lot better because now every time you think about it, I already figured it out. I've already resolved this issue. So it shouldn't even come up. And if it does come up, maybe there's a bit more you could resolve. Or because every time I think about something that happened to me, like me being bullied, I remember I would get called long neck in class. It's like, oh, you got a long ass neck. It's like, yeah, I did have a long neck. I might still have a long neck. That's okay. I mean, it's my neck. I can't change my neck, right? And you just move on. You just get over it. It's like, okay, I have a long neck. You just move on. And it's like, does it suck? At that point in time, it sucked. But as a grown ass man, it's like, it is what it is, right? You just got to keep moving forward. So I also say this to say, now that I figured out my own emotions, my own issues, I do reach out to people because I love to help people. I've legitimately helped 15 people, 16. Last night, I was on the phone with someone who was like, oh, I'm always alone. No one takes care of me. Everyone thinks I'm happy, right? Because on Instagram, everybody posts the positive side. Nobody posts the negative parts of their life, which is, it's normal to not post your negative, but I think we should acknowledge that people need to post their negativity or trauma dump, as they say, right? When you trauma dump and you feel better. But you need to find someone to trauma dump too. This trauma dumping just raw on the internet is gonna get you made fun of. That's okay. Not everybody thinks whenever you emotionally put yourself out there that you're weak. You can just see it in the comment section. Some people will roast you. Some people would be like, hey, you guys need to stop. Why are y'all making fun of this person? There are people out there, right? And some people call it woke. Some people call it this. Some people call it that. At the end of the day, we all got one life, right? I choose, while I'm alive, to try and make everybody feel at ease with themselves, right? Other people feel so bad about themselves, they say, I'm going to make everybody else feel bad too. Now, I personally don't think that's a great philosophy. But whenever I have to come to terms with that person, whoever that is that negative, I will have that conversation with them. Why are you so negative? And then just listen. That's it. That's all I can do. And I've found out if you just listen to people, they will literally tell you everything that's wrong. If you just be quiet and listen. Because some people want to chime in with their advice. Oh, you should do this. You should do that. Just listen. That's literally it. Just listen. And then when they stop talking, that's when they're stuck. That's when they don't get it. That's when they look at you like, what is the advice? What is the solution? What is the help? And I've learned that just by talking to people. So I think Vanta Bringer, you definitely should open that bridge of communication up back to other people. Not only that, you should extend the bridge of communication to other people. And some people might not like that you're extending an olive branch. Some people might feel like, oh, I remember what you did back then. Or I remember what you did yesterday. You can change between yesterday and today. Is it a substantial change? Maybe not. But it's this thing called compound interest. If you work on yourself every day, next thing you know, 5 years later, and 5 years ain't that long, it's like, hey, I figured it out. I'm me. I am who I am. There's a reason why they say three things, you know, your mind, your body, and your spirit. Those three things. Those are the three things you need. That is the key to success. That is the secret to life. If you're okay with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Your spirit. Country accent, I'm from Texas. These three things combined. That is it. That will make you happy. In return, will make you nicer. When you're nicer and happy to other people, compound interest. Other people are nicer. Other people are happier. Sure, we have our bad days. We have issues still, even regardless. Even if everybody, you know, became one with themselves, we're humans. I feel like it's part of our human nature to always have some type of issue because humans are never satisfied. We're never happy. We're always looking for the next thing. We just got to be nice to each other. We can't worry about what happens next, what happens after we die. You need to be aware of the now, the present, the right now. Whether you skip this part of the video, you fast forward through it, you listen to it at 2x speed. Maybe you replayed it to listen to it again. That's okay. Be yourself, guys. It's okay. Be yourself. And if people don't like that you're being yourself, find other people that do like that you are yourself. That's it. All right, I'm done yapping, as they say.
No, I don't think so. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Honestly,
they called me and then they texted me because they still have my number.
That's good. They really want to hear you.
That's fine.
They want to hear you.
I feel like it depends on your mental. You know what I mean? If you're not prepared, sometimes friendships are just they're not always meant to last. And I don't think you're being disrespectful by not doing that, especially if your mental is in a place where you're not ready to talk to them. You might never be, but I think that's okay. You know, but I'd say it also depends too. But I think you're all right, buddy.
Okay. Well, yeah. Just to let Chad know too. I don't think the bridge was burned because of anything that particularly happened. I just convinced myself that the bridge was burned because I'm an overthinker, chronic overthinker.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is.
I'm an overthinker too.
And so now, with that context, Hex would then make two statements that turned quite a few heads.
Like one time, my friend's grandpa died, and I used his friend's like his grandpa's ashes to like plant, like a seed, and I kind of just messed around with it. I destroyed the little pot, and the ashes came in.
Not good.
But I didn't think it was that bad. And he was like angry at me and everything. I was like, what?
That's his grandfather.
Why are you angry at me, buddy? Like,
That's his grandfather.
it's just your grandpa's ashes.
Just his grandpa. Do you still feel this way, Hex Haywire? Do you still feel like you were in there? It was no issue, like it's no problem. Do you still feel that way? Because if you felt like that as a kid, it's like, okay, you felt like that as a kid. It was a mistake. It was a very dumb mistake, a very disrespectful mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. Do you still hold these views? This is what I ask you. If you do, then we need to have a conversation. But if you've grown from this, then good. If you haven't, you have a lot of growing to do, man. That's not good. I shouldn't have to sit here and explain why disrespecting someone else's loved one's ashes is a bad thing. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
So yeah, people can be mad sensitive, you know what I mean? And like one other time, like my friend's
That's
goldfish
sensitive.
annoyed the fuck out of me, so like I wanted to see if it could swim up current the toilet.
You have issues.
And he was like pissy about it too. Something about like that was a family pet for 5 years kind of.
Bro, yeah, that's the family pet. That's the family pet, and you came in and destroyed their family. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know. If I'm being sensitive for asking that question, then hey, I'm sensitive, and that's okay. You're supposed to be the therapist, not me.
People can be sensitive as hell, bro. Don't mind it.
I'm disgusted.
Anyways, what are we doing today, buddy?
I'm disgusted. I am. I'm honestly disgusted. But you can learn from it. It was a long time ago when this happened. But you seem like you have no remorse for your actions. So I think you should think about it. Yeah, that's definitely not normal. I'm glad everybody in the chat that was saying no or question mark, you guys are reasonably sane, because that's it's another Nijio.
Buddy?
We're gonna clean up the rest of the rest.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You want to keep cleaning?
Okay, but
Yeah, good idea, Vanta. Good job. Good guy, Vanta. Yo, a rare Niji W. Vanta was like, yeah, let me just move the conversation forward.
Family pet points. This is the third time you've done this. All this.
bro, but have you ever thought, like, wondered if
No,
like
this
a
is not
goldfish
joke.
can?
This is not a joke, because you see he's continuing. He's continuing. He's looking, hey, is anybody on my side with this? This is not a joke. So if he wants to come out and say it was a joke, I don't believe it. And like I said, you need to have a conversation with yourself, young man, for one. And for two, you should definitely apologize to your friend about destroying his grandfather's ashes and flushing his pet down the toilet, regardless if it was 1 year ago or 10. It wasn't a cool thing to do. It was very messed up.
Swim up current the toilet, because everyone flushes a dead goldfish, but what about a live one? You
Okay.
think he can fight the current?
No.
Unironically, you know what I've actually thought about?
What?
Would a fish survive in coffee?
Ooh, that's
I don't
actually.
think so.
And why would you do it with your own fish if you have your friend's goldfish?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I'll be quiet.
Exactly.
I'll be quiet.
These comments by Hex Haywire making many wonder if he was joking or not. As now today we turn to Nijisanji English's Rosemi Lovelock. Last night holding her 3D debut. This coming 2 years and 8 months after debuting with Nijisanji English. The debut itself featuring numerous members from Nijisanji Japan. But at the time of this recording, the VOD cannot be viewed on Rosemi's channel. That as seen here, the video has become unavailable. Saying here this video contains content from Sony Music Entertainment, who has blocked it in your country on copyright grounds. And while yes, it is true, the Sony Group Corporation owns 5.3% of Anycolor stocks, this all the same is a constant issue for Nijisanji, Hololive, and numerous other VTuber streams alike on YouTube. As confirmed by Pulsey.org, this video has been absolutely closed off and unavailable to anyone across the world. Rosemi last night tweeting out with a face holding back tears emoji and loudly crying face emoji. Sorry, there seems to be some problems with the automatic song copyrights for the video archive. We'll try to make it be available again soon. Hashtag Rosemi3D. This particular stream almost hitting 15,000 concurrent viewers. That coming just under...
For everyone that saw it, did she do a flip? Because I typed in her members only chat. I'd love for you to do a flip for your, or a cartwheel for your 3D. Did she do a cartwheel?
The 16,000 concurrent viewers that Hanemakia had in her 3D debut stream from last year. Rosemi also racking up 284,000 yen from this particular stream, with the Japanese yen super chats making up only 33% of the super chats, allowing this stream to be compared to Petra's 3D debut from last week. Petra's stream running a little longer, with 18 more minutes of stream time and 10,000 more viewers at nearly 25,000 concurrent viewers. And the chat in Petra's stream with the frequently used words being primarily in Japanese, as 71% of the super chats from Petra's stream were in Japanese yen. Rosemi Lovelock also sharing Mr. Harada-san has a message. This being the longtime director and producer of the Tekken series, showing off this merch.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsuhiro Harada, game director and producer, you know?
Yes.
Guys, sit the hell down and watch Rosemi Lovelock!
I'm watching!
Yeah! These t-shirts looks like
This meets
Tekken
fate.
8 promotional t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
However, when you look at the reverse side, yeah,
I'll buy it.
I made this one.
I will buy it. Oh, you made it.
And
How
now
much?
we have more
How
from
much
the
Harada
Virtual
san?
Rhapsody event. This Nijisanji English event to be held in Singapore on April 27th. That being the same day that Hololive will be attending DreamHack Australia, also known as DreamHack Down Under or DreamHack Melbourne 2024, or as so many of our Australian viewers would point out in our last video, is to be pronounced Melbourne and even Melbourne. Virtual Rhapsody sending out this update due
They
to
can't
fire
figure it out.
regulations. As informed by the venue management team, we were suggested to separate the
1v1
two meet and greet sessions to adhere to these
When I see 1v1, I'm thinking fighting. So who? Alira, Finana, Enna, Millie. Who would you 1v1 in a fist fight?
regulations
1v1 meet and greet. Shu, Luca, Uki, Sunny. Who would you 1v1 in a fist fight?
and the venue's safety measures. So if attendees wanted to see all of the concert and also attend the meet and greets, that will now last them over 8 hours for that day. This is Virtual Rhapsody is offering separate souvenir tickets and also providing this Virtual Rhapsody new art
Ooh, that actually looks really good. Why is Shu in a dress?
reveal. This particular art now being
It
scrutinized
looks really cool. Looks cool. I like how Luca's design is. It looks kind of medieval. Kind of like some type of, like, I don't know, it looked like a mix between a hunter from Destiny and like some type of knight from For Honor or something. Uki looked like a witch princess or something.
by
Sunny looks like he's gonna sing a song or something.
many viewers. Personally, with this shot of the boys, such as wondering why the bird has no shadow on the glove, and also others wondering if the glove has too few fingers. Others saying you should not be able to see that angle into the shoes, along with further finger counting. Others looking at the placement of the hat on Uki's head, the turned around hand behind Luca's head, a strange blurry swirl on Sunny's arm. As further, we have the main art piece, with others scrutinizing the placement of Uki's feet and all-around posture. That adds who is also displayed on this is Nijisanji English's Alira Pandora. Many also trying to understand her posture alongside the length of her fingers. This all while Alira has still not returned to streaming, but is active on Twitter. This particular tweet receiving notice saying she's so cute when she's suffering. That's simply referring to Petra Gurin's 3D debut, wherein a good majority of the stream was made of challenges given to Petra in 3D. Tweets such as that apparently still not being well received on Twitter.com, with Alira losing anywhere from 1 to 300 followers a day. That as for the first 3 weeks of March. Nijisanji English has lost 2/3 of their viewership hours, and Hall Live English has increased by 123%. As now returning to streaming, it's Nijisanji Hall Live English.
Let's go, Face Connect.
Has increased by 123%. As now returning to streaming, it's Nijisanji English's Vox Akama. Earlier tweeting out so that RuneScape update came out today. Vox then holding his first members-only stream in a matter of months. And now further today going live on Bilibili, sending out this notice and saying, don't miss it. That all while Hall Live English's Takanashi Kiara had also received interest this weekend, having confirmed that she had met up with Nijisanji English's Pomu Rainpuff, and further stating, I had a fun day, even though I froze my butt off, but I met cuties and had good food. Responding to that were the remaining 3 members in the area. Nijisanji English's Reimu Endo remarking, I passed out right after, but love you. Millie Parfait responding to Kiara with, pretty burb, you're so cute. Let's hang out again soon. In an Alouette separately tweeting out, fun day, met cute girl, and finally streamed for once. Good day. Kiara responding, burb love, sweet cute pretty burb, and responding to Kiara with, you beautiful birdie. Also further with Nijisanji English, we have Scarlett Uniguni, today celebrating her 3.0 brush up, saying I'll be showing.
I wonder, so how many people got mad at Kiara for doing this? She's building bridges. You know, I think, like I said, everyone's redeemable, right? Just gotta apologize, and I think we can all move forward, but we'll see. I don't know how everybody else feels about it. But whenever I see Kiara and Inna and Kiara and Millie and Kiara and Reimu, I think it's a net positive. I think Kiara can show them what a true friendship is like versus a toxic friendship. And maybe we can start getting some good Nijisanji content again.
Burb, and responding to Kiara with you beautiful birdie. Also further with Nijisanji English, we have Scarlett Uniguni, today celebrating her 3.0 brush up, saying I'll be showing you my new expressions, 4 new faces, can you guess the last one? And perhaps giving us a bit of a hint here, saying here's a tiny sneak peek, this stream occurring at 7 p.m.
I already know Evanito was like, oh God, I gotta go to the stream
10
right
p.m.
now.
Eastern. While further with Nijisanji English, we have Maria Marionette, here with Chibi 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 Chibi. What's this? A new Chibi VR chat outfit. But that's not all. That is Maria's teasing a brand new outfit for April 7th, set for 4 a.m. Pacific, 7 a.m. Eastern. Maria further tweeting, thank you for watching me and Clover's stream. There's currently a giveaway for a mouse with our faces on it on our Bilibili channels. Maria saying, I still can't believe I got sponsored by Razer. It was thanks to them that I now have a pink mouse too. As who is also being sponsored by Razer is Doki Bird. Tweeting out, thank you so much to Razer for sending me some of their gaming gear for free. I've never had the opportunity to receive gaming equipment in the past, so thank you to all the companies for reaching out and sending me some of their products to try out. Bell saying, thank you, Doki and Sovereign, for giving me a chance to send y'all stuff. Being able to see my first ever gaming brand that I use working here now and getting to work with my Oshi. Doki also updating us with getting paid from YouTube starting today. Finally got my AdSense pen from the mail and finished setting everything up. Let's go. It's official.
Hell
Doki Bird
yeah.
celebrating the next day by playing Hollow Cure, saying a game I've been wanting to play for a long time, and further on a community post saying, I finally get to try out Hollow Cure. It's actually been a game I've been wanting to play for so long, so I'm excited to try it. Actually cried watching Hollow Fest, and it really inspired me to finally put it on my schedule this week. Co-fan capturing this moment from the stream, saying, didn't have any mume, have to use pity to exchange for a mume, and then have another mume a second after that. One of Hollow Cure's creators, Kay, seeing this and saying, oh no, not like this, I am so embarrassed. As also a part of that team, Kaitsu would say, just a little gift for a certain Doki Bird for playing our game today. Offering up this pixel animation to Doki Gallery. That gallery also showing off this rough draft from Soybean, as John Harold would also have Doki Bird acrylic cutout block. One of a kind Doki cutouts for the charity auction. While Desna would have early sneak peek of what I'm currently cooking. As soon as I saw the Elden Ring stretch goal, I could not resist. Doki Bird further holding a VTubing advice and behind the scenes stream, saying, I hope the stream will be informative and helpful. I'll try my best to share what I've learned about content creation. Fluid here on the company slide saying 20 minutes into this Doki stream and I feel like she's already tackled a lot of what smaller indies don't understand. It is very insightful to at least watch this VOD. Doki Bird further covering indies, auditioning, branding, management and organization, alongside Twitch versus YouTube. And just like the old days, Doki Bird is retweeting.
Yo, go get that free information. I'm telling y'all. A lot has happened, and just looking at her slides, I can tell she got it down packed. Let's go.
Merch found at
Doki
conventions.
Dub.
As we can also
Doki
see a sticker
Dub.
for someone else there. That being the wanted criminal who's very evil and scary, Sayu. Being further asked on stream about agencies and if she would like to join them, such as Phase Connect, V Shoujo, and again with more on Nijisanji.
Join Phase. That I wouldn't mind. That, you know, that is something I am... I'll let you guys think about
that sounds good to me. Do your thing, girl.
V Shoujo. Okay, I'll be quite honest with V Shoujo then. I'm only gonna say this once, and you guys can tell everybody the answer, okay? Because I know I keep kind of dancing around it. I don't dislike V Shoujo as a whole, okay?
Okay, there
However,
it is. There
I
it
don't
is.
like the click
There it
mindset.
is. Yeah, it is
Business
like
set.
mindset.
I don't like the
Yeah.
click direction.
Okay.
That's what it is. I don't like the click direction.
Okay.
Where all the people who get in are friends with all the people who are, or most of the people.
You know, that's very dangerous now that I think about it as well, because, you know, you keep inviting people into the clique, but what happens when the clique breaks up? What happens when that one person doesn't like everything else that's going on? What happens when you get another Silver Bell and, I can't remember the Yanner's situation, right? And a Fruit situation, right? What happens when you get that, but you also have all these other members that join, right? Because now we got Henya, Madara Khan, K9 Kuro, maybe Sayu, right? We added 4 more people, right, to the clique. Let's see what well, if she wants to join, right? She says she doesn't really want to. But yeah, it's like, what happens then? What happens in Zentreya? What happens to Iron Mouse, right? What happens if, like, there's a, right? So that is true. The clique mentality definitely isn't, when it works, it works. I'll say that. When it works, it works. And when it doesn't work, everything has to be rearranged. Like, people have to be thrown under the bus. People have to be singled out. People have to be thrown down the stairs, right? So it is definitely a get in line or get run over situation when you join anything with a clique or a brotherhood or sisterhood, whatever, right? It becomes kind of competitive. When I don't feel necessarily it has to be competitive in any organization. If anything, if you are in an organization, I do like the whole work structure, right? Workflow structure. Like, hey, I'd love for you guys, I would love for Sayu and Tenma to do a collab this week, and next week I'd love to see Sayu collab with Emmy, right? Okay, sure. But even if Tenma and Sayu don't really talk, you know, I let them know in advance, hey, you guys got a collab coming up. Maybe you guys should play a game together or figure out what you guys like. Versus everybody already knows each other. So you're just like, hey, you go do a collab or something. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm just yapping.
Who are currently there. There are people there that I know would not be comfortable with me being there. which means that I will not be able to join, even if I was meeting their criteria. I mean, obviously, we're a lot bigger now. So we would have, we have the numbers now. And the numbers before was one of the issues. Is like before numbers were an issue. Now, even if numbers are not an issue, there are people there that would not be comfortable with me being there. I will not be welcome to join. I will not have the option, which I don't like, obviously, right? It just kind of sucks. But that's just how it is. VShojo is built more off of a comfortable clique. It doesn't matter what the people in charge think. It feels like it matters what, the talents think, which is good. But unfortunately, then it doesn't work for people like me. I will not have that option to elevate myself in that way. So it makes me kind of sad to think about the model, right? Them working with certain people is quite disqualifying. It's... Yeah. The revelation that nobody currently or formerly in that company have said boo to you has turned me against VShojo. Yeah, I'll be honest. That is my reason as well. Because I'm not going to name names. But I think people can, without even thinking really into it, people can tell who would not be comfortable with me being there. Didn't I collab with Zen? Yes. But that is not a blanket statement. Zen is her own person. Everybody are their own people. Think about it. Everybody is their own person. However,
bro, VShojo would never get rid of Zentreya. So Zentreya, Zentreya is one of those pillars in VShojo. It's like she leaves if she wants to leave, and she stays because she wants to stay. There is no firing Zentreya, at least that I can see. Y'all let me know if y'all think Zentreya could ever get fired for something. I don't know. I don't really see it.
There are people that would not be comfortable with me being there. Just because I collab with one of them, it does not speak for the company. Imagine if you only received 2%. No, that would not happen. Okay. That would not happen. That one was an anomaly. Very much so, which is why I wanted to blow it up so badly. Let's use Nijisanji as an example, right? To be fair, they are a very big company. You get in there as a nobody, and you are all of a sudden a somebody. All of a sudden, everybody wants to be your friend. All of a sudden, everybody wants to collaborate with you. All of a sudden, everybody wants to talk to you. All of a sudden, everybody comments on your Twitter post.
Yes, that's what you get when you join such a huge company. You get the push. That is the push. People that are loyal to the brand, they're not going to be loyal to you. They're loyal to the brand, and other people see that as an opportunity to get their name in the brand. They don't really care about Zion. They care about Zion from Nijisanji, right? That is the world we live in, especially in the entertainment industry, where everybody wants to be the star, the main role, the center of attention. There can only be one, main role, main star in a company or in an organization. Whenever someone thinks Nijisanji, personally, I think Vox Akuma. Now, it's more like Alira Pandora because she's like the main bad guy, right? When I think FaZe Connect, I think Pippa Pipkin because she's so wild that she has made them more infamous, even though Pippa is really adorable, right? Even though she's crazy. When I think of HoloLive, I don't know who to think of. When I think EN, you would say Gargura, but I watched Hollow EN, so I personally don't think Gargura. I would say like Mori Calliope or Takanashi Kiara. In Advent, I would say Fuamoko, right? They're popular and their names, they're names that are very big, right? But when Fuamoko eventually leaves HoloLive, the ruffians will follow, right? When Sayu joined Nijisanji, she got a big push. She got a big push from everybody that liked Nijisanji. It's like, oh, we got a new wave, and they not just enjoyed Zion, they enjoyed Exole as a collective. And then, Exole, Doppio, he looks cool. Boom, I'm gonna drop Siphon out. Let's see what everybody else does. Oh, Zion, what is she doing? What is she streaming? Oh, what is Hex doing? What is he streaming? Right? Whenever you jump into these organizations, you should expect to get a lot of people that like you, but they don't like you for you. They like you because of the position you're in. That being said, when you eventually leave the position, it's up to you to actually make people like you for you. So you join Nijisanji. Of course, you get a big push. But what do? You run with that push. You don't say, wow, you didn't talk to me last week. Now you want to talk to me. You say, okay, now you want to talk to me? Let's make some great content, right? Let's entertain the people. And in the collaborations, we will see who is the star of the collab. Is it you or is it me, right? And if it's you, hey, that's good. If it's them, okay, that's fine. But was the content good? Was everyone entertained at the end of the day? If so, then it's a yes, it's a good. And you constantly performing at a high level will make people eventually love you for you, not love you for your name or your collaborations or your branding. So when you eventually do leave that corporation or whatever you decided to join, guess who's a big name? You are. So I wholeheartedly believe if you do sign up for any company or corporation, realize that you're going to have to put your best foot forward, not just for the company, but for your own personal branding. So when you eventually leave, you should join so you can learn the skills, you can learn the thumbnails. Joining the company is not just gain some fame. You actually learn something while you're in there, how the organizations run, how the structure is going. And if the structure isn't good and the management is not good, boom, write that down. This is what the managers could have done, blah, 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 blah. So when you eventually get out, I'm hiring a manager. I don't want them to be like my last manager who didn't do this, who didn't do that. They did this good, so I want my manager to do that. I want them to do this, this, and this. And then you run off with your own star power as an indie. Sayu's been doing the indie scene for a while, so maybe she's ready to jump back into a corpo. That's up to her. I'm interested to see what she does personally, whether she goes corpo or stays indie. I like Sayu. She's cool.
Right? It feels good. It really does. What their contract was absolutely horrid. However, it is unfortunately an argument to say that they pay you in clout. That they pay you in fame. That they pay you with
exposure.
their name.
They do.
With the current situation, I don't think I'd join a company. Exposure, good. All that other stuff, nah. No, exactly. And that's pretty much what a lot of people didn't.
That's what selling your soul is. You sell your soul whenever you sign a contract. Because you're saying, hey, I know I'm losing my individuality to join a collective, but that collective will get me this, right? So when old boy typed in the comments, yeah, I'd love the exposure, but I don't like everything else. Tough titty. You're literally selling your soul to be propped up on a stage in front of other people because you couldn't get it on your own. And that's okay. Not everybody can get it on their own. If anything, nobody gets it on their own. We all get elevated by something, whether it's a company or an algorithm, right? It's not just you. How are you famous? You're famous because you turn on a camera and you talk in a microphone. How would that happen if you didn't have a Logitech camera or an Elgato microphone? How? It wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. Oh, you say your phone? How'd you get your phone? Someone else made it. You didn't make it. You didn't make the internet. You didn't allow for everything like this to happen on your own. It was the help, whether it was the help of a company that got you your iPhone, or it's help of a company like YouTube that lets you know, hey, people care about you, right? These many people decided to click a button called subscribe because they're interested into what you have to say, right? But it's up to you to prop yourself up in that way. It's up to you whether you want to get famous for memes or you want to get famous for spreading your ideology, right? Regardless, you never got it on your own. You always had help. I've always had help. Always. Nobody ever really gets it on their own. And I think we need to remember that as a collective and as a species. If we help each other, right? Back in the day of YouTube, we had this thing called sub for sub. Nobody really does sub for sub anymore. But it's literally you subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. But a lot of people lost the whole reason for sub. It wasn't subscribe and then that's it. It was subscribe, watch the content, hit the like button, engage, right? Show that you're interested, whether you really were, you weren't. Supporting is what helps other people grow, right? That is how the world works. Nobody ever gets it on their own. But if you want to fast track to success or failure, because either one could happen joining a collective that you had no real grounding in. You just heard about them or saw them and you said, I want that to be me. And you went and you got it. And you got whatever that came with, whether that came with popularity or that came with infamy, right? Back in the day, you joined Nijisanji, you're the fucking GOAT. Now you join Nijisanji, why are you working with them, right? Sucks for Triple T, but that is the position you put yourself in when you signed up for the contract. I'm pretty sure everyone that signed the Nijisanji contract went in with their best intentions. Yet the contract holder just so happened to not be the greatest contract holder, which, surprise, a lot of people that hold contracts aren't actually good contract holders. They just want some ability to gain more money or gain more clout or whatever. It is what it is, right? It is what it is till it ain't. Remember that. It is what it is till it ain't.
Didn't realize and did not know. And now that they know, they can at least weigh their options. It just says now what exactly you are trading for. That's all.
Sayu once again holding numerous collaboration streams, with one of those being alongside VShojo's Zentreya, sending much love to you all, and further offering up this smile alongside this F yeah. Zentreya announcing that the M.Rage Cross Zentreya jacket is in stock. Pre-orders only, selling fast.
Nah, I don't pre-order nothing, bro. Ever since Ubisoft screwed me 14 years ago with Watch Dogs 1 on PlayStation 3, I ain't pre-ordered nothing ever since, and I never will.
They're further tweeting this out, saying I sincerely mean this, alongside offering up this video of muted, focused, no-hit run, flawless, nailed down all of his moves. Dude, what the F? I am crying.
Let me see it. Let me see it. This ain't an easy boss either. Oh! You're crazy! No! No!
Zen saying afterwards,
bro, and that's why console gaming will never die. Sony always win, baby. Comment, wait, subscribe.
I uninstalled that piece of S right after. I only had it on because some friends wanted to play games. Zen also going on to tease a new look, that by way of the now graduated dog tuber Uni. Well, also with VShojo, we have Iron Mouse, aka the ultimate delinquent, or as Bal's niece and nephew would call her, quote unquote, Pink Dobby. FPB sharing out this reference sheet and saying I helped Iron Mouse design her 3D concert outfit. Mouse rebelled and modified her standard school uniform. That model further worked on by Mr. Zingy in 3D, saying it was a huge honor to work on Iron Mouse's model for the concert. I'm incredibly blessed to have been able to work on such an amazing project. Everyone at VShojo's staff was very nice to work with as well. After that concert, Mouse saying, thank you guys so much for watching. Words cannot express what I am feeling right now. Then going on to release her songs, beginning with Devil alongside Booby, and also Rodent's Kingdom now being made available on all streaming platforms. Mouse, of course, being Mouse and teasing new models, one after another. Then giving us this high, as yes, again, she is back in chibi form. That by way of Noi as a part of...
Iron Mouse buys VTuber outfits like real people do. Like real life people be buying hella outfits. They wardrobe is full of like 20, 30, 40, 50 different outfit styles, bro. And Iron Mouse does the same exact thing when it comes to her V2 model, man. It's crazy.
Of Aero's studio, Mouse appropriately being placed in the jar, and also appropriately being cosplayed by Taltan, all while the 44th episode of Speak of the Devil would be held last night alongside Universal Ravencroft. We'll have more from that particular stream in our next episode. Well, next with VShojo, we have Fruit. As many may remember her Frug model, that also coming by way of Noi. Well, this month, Fruit has a brand new cover song, that being Anomaly. Bebo saying I make VBO for Ms. Fruit's cover of Anomaly. Always a pleasure to bask in Fruit Screamo. Thank you for working with me again.
Screamo,
Fruit saying
huh?
later, I love my community. They show me unconditional kindness and give me support that I never asked for. I don't feel I deserve them. As Fruit can also be seen in this banner alongside
never
VShojo's
asked
Haruka
for.
Caribou. This month receiving this happy birthday by way of
Happy
VShojo.
birthday.
Alongside this artwork from Grug. Haruka saying, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. It's just a normal day for me, but you guys make it a little more special. Well, we also had this happy birthday, Haru. I love you, Dio. That coming by way of VShojo's Henya. Giving us perhaps the most important tweet of 2024. Alongside, thank you for 300,000 followers on Twitch, 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and in addition, 200,000 followers on Twitter. Stacy here showing off the static versions of the emotes that she has drawn for Henya. But wait, we have an even more important tweet from Henya here saying, feet! And receiving this question, where would you like me to send the pics? That by way of VShojo's Project Melody. Seen here in this artwork from Techie at TechieCutie. Melody recently taking some time to play some sus games alongside L, while also on certain sus sites debuting the Cyber Succubus. Melody going on
What
to launch
site?
merch that is already gone, as VShojo's
It's gone.
new merch distributor has even more limited merch releases. As we have two more updates from VShojo today, one being this announcement from Hidden Leaf Games saying we're excited to announce our collaboration with VShojo for our next game, saying they'll be sharing more details on this soon, as we also have VShojo's Hime Hajime posting out 324 new model debut, STD, save the date I mean. Hime confirming a new model debut for March 24th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. As that is all for this episode. Once again, a new class has joined Dragon Raja. Check it out with the download link below.
What does it
Send
do?
in your VTuber news to our Discord. as
What
we'll
does
have
it do?
more things VTubers say for you soon.